Joining me on the phone this morning, my sister Penny. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hey,
Merry
you're
Christmas.
there. You're peeking just a little bit. Let me bring you down here just a bit. Merry Christmas.
Hello, Merry Christmas.
How are things in the Melendrez household this countdown to Christmas time?
Everything's fantastic. All the teenagers are still sleeping, of course.
Right. Now that's something that we haven't really explored, and we'll all get into here in just a second. My sister is floating in hormone hell right now. She lives
floating in the hormones.
She lives with Tanner's kind of looking off. Had been concerned there for a second, but she lives with 4 teenagers. She has now correct me if I'm wrong, 16-year-old.
Yes.
And 3 14-year-olds.
3 14-year-olds.
Yeah, 3 of them. She has triplets,
and my darling husband, who I
her,
could not survive without.
Right, of course, her darling husband, Tomas. But triplets who have always been hard, but now quantify that by a time or two because they're teenagers with issues. I'm gonna show the pictures here. This is my niece Maya. Get that up close to the camera so I can show off. Best smile in the family. Sorry, go ahead.
I think Maya might be listening, actually.
Oh, nice. They're all hiding in their rooms, but she's covertly listening. This is my nephew. Oh, Tanner's going to help me out with that. This is my nephew, Jacob, basketball star of the family, or one of the basketball stars of the family. And this kid is Camden, and I have never seen a human being in my entire life better on a hoverboard than this kid right here. It's like an extension of his human body. He can just walk onto it, glide along, and then just walk up the stairs. It's crazy.
It's just one of his many gifts.
One of his many gifts. But so Penny swimming in hormone hell right now, so that's got to be fun. But Christmas around your house it's a complicated time. But your kids are also the good ones that don't really they don't hit you up for a whole lot of the traditional things that kids want at Christmas time. It's not all about the toys, not about the games. You guys are more about the morals and the values, which I admire.
Yes. Have you ever heard of getting your kids something they want, something they need, something to wear, something to read?
No, but I like that. Say that again?
Yeah.
Something they want, something they need, something to wear.
Something to wear.
And something to read. I like that. That's really, that makes sense. I was actually reading a thing that in Icelandic traditions, this is something that Mom actually posted up earlier, they give books on Christmas Eve, and the tradition is to just read and eat chocolate throughout Christmas Eve into Christmas Day. That's
so wonderful.
That sounds fantastic, doesn't it? But
it's a great idea.
But we were reminiscing about stuff growing up, and Christmas was an interesting. Now Penny's birthday is full disclosure 4 days after Christmas on the 29th. So that's always
True.
It's always been fun, right?
Yes.
It's always fun having the Christmas birthday celebration at the same time.
Yes, they're like, this is your birthday and Christmas present.
We're gonna get you one big thing. I mean, you were gonna do that anyways, but thank you. You just gave me the number to call here in just a moment. But one thing that triggered in my mind is, and Penny remembered this too. Tanner, did you remember getting the bags from your church growing up?
Well, we already did.
Huh?
Well, we already did.
Right.
I was going to see what you get in them.
It's a standard paper bag, and it always comes with an orange, an apple.
I don't know if I got an apple, but I know I got oranges.
Some piece of hand fruit, various festive holiday nuts.
Candy.
And ribbon candy, right?
Not ribbon candy.
So
not this time.
Candy.
Okay,
ribbon candy.
But it was always like, in ours, it was always like traditional hard candies, like the ribbon ones, the ones that you'd see cut like that. Yeah, those were the ones, for some reason, that was every year we'd get these bags growing up. And
that's a weird mix this time.
Candies, what kind of candy did y'all get?
Like one Kiss, one Reese's, one candy cane, I think.
So they gave you some of the
chocolate.
I think I got 2 oranges. Yeah, we got chocolate.
They actually want to keep their congregation, apparently.
Yeah,
and then some of those
I think we got orange slices a few times too.
Yeah.
Who wants orange slices?
You know what? Weirdly,
some people do.
Yeah, we were the weird kids, Penny, and for that reason, we're the ones that like stuff like tabbouleh and stuff like that today. I mean, it's
and that feta stuff that you need to make for me this year. That sounds so good.
It's redonkulous. It's so good. It's my go-to. And see, it's super easy too. But yeah, so what are some? Because Penny's accused me on several occasions of making memories And most of that is filling in the dark parts. So, what are some things that you remember from Christmases gone by? I know we weren't really hugely traditional as far as growing up, but I do remember several times. The one that sticks out in my head is 1989, and because there was video evidence of this one that I watched back several times. It was the Christmas that we spent with I think Aunt Kathleen in
Mary and John.
And Mary and John in Oklahoma City. And
fun.
it was like the one time our family had like access to a camcorder. So it was the one memory that we had growing up that we would, constantly revisit. And it's to this day the reason I know that I am my daughter's father, because she will make up songs the way I used to make up songs and have video evidence of back in the day. Yeah, she'll still walk around and just make up songs to herself. So that was the one that sticks out in my head.
That's special. Yeah, we always have to make up songs for Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that I think was a dad thing. He was way more into just like making the songs up. He was the parody master of the family, I guess.
Yeah.
Mom rolled with it, but yeah. So that was like the one that stands out in my head. And there was the other one that stood out in my head, but I wasn't sure if it was a Christmas memory or not. Again, we said we would venture into maybe some tragedy. Was the bike thing, was that Christmas or a birthday thing?
Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, the bike went right through the front window.
That's what I was trying to remember. Was it Christmas?
I think it was Christmas, yeah.
Okay. I wasn't trying to trigger any kind of bad memories, but that's like the one that came up in conversation earlier with me and Tanner. It was
actually when you called and said, let's talk about Christmas memories, I'm like, well, okay. Huh? Let's not talk about the bike through the window.
I said, let's get tragic with it. Like I said, Christmas, and I started the show this morning kind of on a dark note, saying, that Christmas is not necessarily always the holly jolly festive occasion for everyone. And it's got a lot of negative connotations. This is a good time to grab your phone, maybe shoot a text or a message or a call to somebody that you haven't talked to in a while, just to see how they're doing.
Just tell them you love them. There's a lot of stress at Christmas. People are not always friendly, but if you just let somebody know you're thinking about them, I think it would go a long way to spread Christmas cheer, that's for sure.
Heck yes, it would. That's what I'm talking about. Good begets good, so just be getting out there and doing some. That's all I'm saying.
Here's something that I was thinking about doing for my kids this year, but I remember when it happened to you. Do you remember getting an IOU for Christmas?
I literally was just talking about this the other day. Yes, I'm a man in my late 30s, and I still remember the Christmas I got the IOU. But
and I don't think you ever got that game that he was going to buy you.
That's why I remember it, because I never did get Donkey Kong Country for the SNES. It was my dad one year gave me a business card, on one of his business cards, and on the back he said, I owe you one Donkey Kong game for SNES. I never did get that. I eventually, and when I was a grown up and making my own purchases, I got the game. But
no, you should have
held out,
cashed it in. You're like, hey.
I mean, at that point, the game was pretty discounted. You probably could have gotten it for a steal.
I know.
Yeah.
So
you should have got it.
You're considering doing the IOU thing this year.
I was, because I was going to buy Ella this really fancy, like, Indian native print blanket, and it was going to be great, but now I can't find them. So I'm like, I might have to owe you that.
So they're hard to find online, but I found, if they're the same blankets you're talking about, at the Cherokee Trading Post, I know they have them. They're not cheap, but they have them. I was very seriously considering getting Jasmine one on the way back from Oklahoma, and I ended up getting her a much less expensive jewelry box that was still $60, but,
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
But it smells like cedar. It's so nice.
Ooh, pretty.
Yeah, it's
and you have to fill it with jewelry now.
Yeah, which she's not a big jewelry person, so we'll address
we'll
that
make
later.
Jewelry.
Yeah, there will be jewelry to fill it later.
Plastic things.
But
we could make salt clay, like Play-Doh jewelry.
Hey, nice. I like that.
Yeah.
There is. We're actually doing something similar. Not necessarily the IOU, but some of the stuff that I had ordered on online isn't going to get here by Christmas, so they're the after Christmas presents. So similar situation,
Yeah.
but I'm paying for, or I'm paying out, so hopefully not going to psychologically damage my children too much.
Nah.
Well, have you noticed that people are really just having a hard time even remembering that it's Christmas right now? Like, you'll say Merry Christmas, and they'll be like, oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and a lot of that is it's the stress, it's the onus of, it's on me to make a happy holiday. Like, I was even thinking about the little things, like you go to your parties and you have like the white white elephant gifts. Like I really didn't budget white elephant gift money into my holiday budget. It's like I've been avoiding holiday parties so I didn't have to pay out.
I was going to say there hasn't been a lot of holiday parties.
That's true.
Yeah,
Thank
Nothing I know of.
Sorry,
I'm not getting invited.
can't
to
make
them.
it this year.
Thank you, Omicron. But you guys are about to jump in the old family van and head west.
Yeah, we're gonna come see you.
That's pretty dope. It's not often that the Oklahoma fam gets to travel outside of the bounds of the state, and so it's exciting to have you guys here in New Mexico. We'll show you around, show you some of the sites, and we'll come up and maybe
Show me some of the sites.
Yeah.
I'll show you some of the sites.
I'll say you've been more places than I have. But
Let's go to White Sands. That'll be fun.
heck yeah, that sounds like a blast. Well, Penny, thank you so much for your time. Give everybody hugs and kisses for me. And, share
I
the love.
will.
And Merry Christmas, of course.
Merry Christmas. It was nice talking to you guys this morning.
Actually, today is Festivus, so happy Festivus for the rest of us. If we're
oh,
really being
Festivus
honest.
for the
Yes.
rest of us.
Absolutely.
Got it.
Thanks, Penny. Love you. We'll talk to
Love
you
you
very
too.
soon.
Bye.
All right.
Nice talking to you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Penny. There you go. Penny Melendrez of the clan Melendrez. Coming up here in just a few minutes, I'm going to get Tanner's mom, Sherry, on the phone. Hopefully timing has worked itself out.
Oh, we're ready.
Where we can do that. Let's take a quick break. We'll swap out the calls, and we'll get Sherry on the phone next on A Morning Without Mike Winters. Stay tuned.
Now for